What's going on, guys? We're back out here on the Catalina again this week, and I really need to get this thing on the road and start getting some miles on it. Power tour is right around the corner. Got less than a month, so if you're new here, this is my '59 Pontiac Catalina. I picked it up probably 2 months ago, maybe even three. It'd been sitting for 40 years, and it didn't have a motor, transmission, or any interior. It's all on video. Go check it out. We've done a lot of work to this thing. It's all on video. We've done interior, floors, motor, trans, you name it. We've probably touched it. But the biggest thing we need to tackle to get this thing to drive down the road is the steering on it. I'll get it jacked up here in a minute and show you guys what I'm talking about. But the steering is so shot on this thing that the tie rods are held into the drag link with baling wire. So unfortunately, it's not drivable that way. I did pick up a rebuild kit for the drag link. I've never messed with this style drag link before, so we're gonna get that figured out. But yeah, goal is to have this running and driving this week, so in this video. But we'll see how far we get, and we gotta get the taillights in it too. That way we can legally drive it down the road. Then I gotta take it and get it inspected because it's got an out-of-state title, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna get this thing jacked up. We're gonna get underneath of it, start tearing stuff apart, see if we can't get her back together the right way. Okay, here is what we're working with. As you can see, this is baling wire holding all this together. So we're gonna have to get that off of there. And the problem I'm having is, let's see if I can get a good angle. That is literally falling apart. Anyways, from what I can gather, this here in the end of this is like a screw. You have to remove this, and then all of this just kind of falls apart. It's not a normal ball joint style, I guess you could call it. On the ends of the pitman arm and the tie rod is just a ball, and then it's all kind of held together with some springs and some cups. This here is what is on the inside of that. This is the screw that is in the end of it, and then it just has these cups that kind of hold everything together. You have one on each side of it. There's a spring in here, but this is what kind of going for. But like I said, getting this out is going to be our ultimate goal because I'm sure this is seized in there, and we're really hoping to save the drag link itself, because a new drag link, just the bar, is $800. I paid $400 for just the rebuild kit. So something we got to do, something we got to live with. So I'm gonna get down there, try to get the screw out of the end of it, and like I said, hopefully that drag link is in reusable condition, because if not, we'll have to order that, and the parts store said it's 2 weeks out. Not good. So I'm gonna get down there, do everything I can to get this apart and try to rebuild it and get it holding together better than baling wire. So here we go. Okay, first things first, get all this wire out of here, get it out of our way. And hopefully, this screw is going to come out of here. Be really nice if it did. I don't know who would be brave enough to drive. I mean, I've seen some sketchy stuff around here and people drive, but this is just all the way brave. Okay. Right. I think best bet, what I'm going to try first is a big old flathead, and then we'll put this on here. See what happens. Get on there. Oh, what? No way. Okay. It's just going to come apart. You watch though, the other side will be a mess. Come on. The other side though is actually still really tight together, but we're still gonna attempt to rebuild it. I got the parts, might as well do it. Come on. Ta-da. Oh, there's that. Now what? Let me go grab a magnet. We'll start fishing these pieces out of here. Probably should keep an order on how this stuff comes apart too. We don't get it all mixed up. Yeah, there's one cup. Now, I'm not sure, but I would assume that this should fall out of here now, in my opinion. Like I said, I don't know, I've never... I see, you gotta slide it this way. Yep, like that. There's that apart. And then for the rest of it, stick this in here. Come on now. There's the next cup. And there's the end, the end of the tie rod. I don't know, this bar doesn't seem like it's a very good shape. There's another cup. And then the last one. Oh no, this should be the spring. There's the spring. Is that it? Is that everything? All the goodies? I think it is. Oh, nope. What is that? I think this just stays in there. It's not something that gets replaced. Yeah, it's just like a spacer. Okay. I'm gonna do some looking in here. Probably shove some new grease up in there. But the bar does seem like it might be kind of swollen. I don't know. I'm gonna climb down here and get a little better look at it. Okay, so I got that all apart, and I thought that I was missing a piece, but I watched that last clip back when I was taking it all apart, and I'm not. This here is the new stuff, and this is what I pulled out. I only pulled out 3 cups, the springs, and the nut. So I think I found out why it was so sloppy, because it was missing one of the cups in here. I'm not sure if somebody took it at some point in time or what's going on, but I think that's going to explain why the tie rod wasn't staying in very well, because there was a cup on either side of the ball for the pitman arm, but not for the tie rod end. So with only one cup holding it in there, it was able to move a lot in there. So hopefully that's all of our slop. I'm going to throw these new pieces in here, pack it full of grease. It just goes back together the same way it came apart, and I'll show you guys after I get it back together. It's just a pain to be down here and try to film and all that good stuff, so I'll let you know how it goes here in a minute. Alright guys, it's all back together with all the new parts in there, and there is zero slop in this thing now. I'm not sure if there's a like a torque spec or whatever on that, the nut, I guess you would call it. I tightened it up. It's fairly tight, and I did feel it compress the spring that was in there, so maybe it's done right. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some more research on it, but for now it'll be fine. So I think we're gonna hop over to doing brake lights. I would at least like to have brake lights to drive this thing. So I got some parts I gotta come figure out what I did with them. I ordered a new brake light switch and some other stuff, so I'm gonna get these front tires back on, get this thing on the ground, and we'll jump over to taillights. And then we're gonna try and drive this thing for the first time in 40 years. Literally 40 years this thing has been off the road. So let's get on that. Okay, like I was saying, this here is a brand new headlight switch, and I got a brand new brake light switch as well. The one that's in the car is still in there. I ran a continuity test across it, but sometimes it would work and sometimes it wouldn't, so I just went ahead and got a new one. Just put that in there, and then we got some wiring to do on this. And if any of you have been watching from the beginning, you know that the fuse box in this car was cut out of it before I got it, so we're gonna have some figuring to do on some wiring. Shouldn't be too hateful, but we'll get it figured out. I don't know how much of the filming I'll do because it's up underneath the dash, but I'll explain what I can and show what I can. But I'm just gonna get on putting this in there. Okay, it's been a couple hours and I've got a lot accomplished. I'll just run you through what I've got done. First things first, I had to run a new body ground. I didn't have one yet. That headlight bulb was missing. I got them all in there. Also, they're pretty much all working now, but the headlight switch is now mounted and it does work. I don't know if you'll be able to see it up there. And then if I click the bright light switch, we got bright lights. We also have, might not be able to see them, they are on. So, and I also replaced the brake light switch. So I've got all the lights working, and I'm just going to keep on moving forward. There's a few other things that I needed to do before we take this thing down the road. I put motor mount bolts in it. It hasn't had any this whole time. What else did I get done? I'm not sure, but there's still a list to do. We're real close to driving this thing down the road. Oh, I need to do transmission lines because they're just looped right now. This radiator that I put in there does have provisions for trans coolers, so I'm just going to run lines up to that. But yeah, we're getting really, really close to driving this thing. So I'm going to pick something else on this list here to do, and I'll be back with you whenever I figure out what that is. Okay, so plan is we're going to get some transmission lines on this thing, and then we're going to go drive it. Everything else is buttoned up enough to be able to drive it, and then we can finish all the other little stuff later on. But anyways, with this aftermarket radiator, I figured out that the fittings in it are half 20. I went to the parts store. They didn't have any just fittings, so I had to buy an actual line. We'll cut this apart, get the fittings off of it, and then I have some of this 5/16 line left over from running the fuel line in, it's either the Camaro or this, one of the two. Either way, we're going to use that, get everything all hooked up on this, and then we're going to get this thing out on the road, see how it does. Alright guys, it's been a day or so. I come down with some sort of bug or something, I don't know. Anyways, I'm still getting over that, but feel good enough that we're going to drive this thing. I left off, I did get the transmission lines ran. You can kind of see them in there. So that was the last big thing on the list. Right now, I think it's ready to just get in and go, and we'll see what happens. Still don't know about this transmission. I've never had it pass first gear or reverse, so we're going to find out at the same time. So I'm going to get the Camaro moved out of the way, and then we'll hop in this thing and see if we can get it down the road. All right, guys, let's see how this goes. Oh, yeah. I have been waiting and waiting. Hopefully, this mic is picking this up. I literally just dropped my other one off of the shelf in there. Snapped it. But here's what it is. I'll order another one. This is the original one that I had, so hopefully it's all right. Man. So hopefully this transmission is going to work. Something else about it too. I don't have the kickdown hooked up yet, so It's probably going to shift almost immediately, if it does shift at all. We're about to find out. If I can see around this tree. I'm nervous. Here we go. First time on the road in 40 years. First gear. Come on. Where's second? Okay, maybe we need the kick down to shift. I thought it was the other way. Still do have some smokage coming out the exhaust, which if you've been watching, you know what that's about. It's a little smoky. It's all right. Bugs we gotta work out. Did it finally shift? It might have. Oh man. Doing this stuff. This is the best part. This is what it's all for. All the work, all of it is for this right here. Finally getting to drive your car makes it all worth it. Not shifting is not making it all worth it, but we'll get it figured out. Yeah. She's not shifting at all. We got first gear. Brakes work good. That's a plus. She's definitely smoky still. Hopefully it'll work itself out. Temps at 170. Doing good there. We got 30-ish pounds of oil pressure. We're doing good. We're doing good. Just gonna keep on cruising. Okay, so I have figured out why it's not shifting. First things first, rookie mistake. Oh, you guys are crooked. Straighten up and act right. Anyways, I didn't hook the vacuum line up for the transmission, so that's why we're not shifting. But anyways, we're gonna head out here to the car wash and give this thing a bath because it's dirty, covered in tree sap, all the goodies. So I'm gonna head out here and we'll get this thing hosed off and looking just right. So see you when we get there. You know you're doing things right when you have to roll your car back halfway through your car wash to make sure you can wash all of the wheel. That's stance game done right. Alright guys, this thing cleans up awesome, but we are gonna have to hand wash this. I don't know if you'll see it, but there is tree sap all over this thing. It's everywhere. But regardless, this thing looks killer. Now, let's see if we can make it back home. All right, it made it back home just fine. We just had to shift it manually, like I was saying, but this here is the line that was originally on the motor, and I don't remember why I took it off. I think I took it off when I was changing the intake. But regardless, I'm gonna get that thrown back on here, and we're just gonna keep on driving this thing and see what happens. All right, guys, this is the next day. I ended up cruising this thing until it got dark out last night, and we had zero issues at all. I'm actually really impressed and super excited about this car. There is little stuff that we got to fix up, but nothing substantial. We had a plug wire melt through on the header, which I knew that was going to happen because I've got it on the list already. We need to get header style spark plugs, those shorter ones, because the plug wires are just way too close to the header, which is no big deal. So we gotta do plugs and wires on this thing again, which is, like I said, no big deal. We still need to do cap and rotor, but that's also neither here nor there. And another thing that I didn't see happening, when I first did the brakes, I didn't have the booster hooked up, and everything worked just fine. But when I hooked the vacuum up to the booster, the pedal started sticking, but I guess it wasn't sticking. There wasn't enough spring pressure in the booster anymore to push the pedal back up. And the reason it's doing that is because the pedal in this car, when I originally tore it apart, was froze solid. And I guess I didn't just get it broke free enough, so I'm going to have to tear that apart, clean it up, put it all back together. But once again, not a huge deal. We got the trans fixed. This thing is doing great. I'm just gonna keep putting miles on it, keep fixing the little things. I think next video we're gonna hop on the 47 unless something drastic happens with this. I need to put miles on it before Power Tour. We got 2 weeks before we're leaving. So gotta get the miles on this thing. We gotta find the problems. If we don't find them now, we're gonna find them on the road, and I'd rather find them now. But anyways, it's doing awesome, and I'm excited. So I think that's going to do it for this video. I do appreciate you guys watching. Please hit that subscribe button. We are almost at 1,000, and I do appreciate every one of you guys that have subscribed already. But anyways, drop a comment, like, subscribe, all that. I do appreciate you guys watching, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one.